It is not from today that news like this have been out in media, reporting overwork and crunch in game industry. But do you know what is crunch? And do you know what studies have been reporting about this topic? Hello, my name is Diana, I'm a psychologist and mental health researcher, and today I'm gonna make a video about crunch, which is the main subject of my master thesis. Crunch is a word that describes the process in which game developers will be extending their working time in order to complete a project and deliver it until the deadline. The word crunch is also used in basketball games, in which the athletes will play in a more intense and energetic way in order to maintain their punctuation or win the game in the final minutes. So when we think about crunch in basketball, in a similar way, crunch that happens in game development will demand from the workers a more intense rhythm of the work in order to them to achieve their victory, which in this case is deliver the game to their clients. And when they are in crunch, these professionals may work over 10 hours a day during weeks or months. And generally this work is unpaid or uncompensated. But in practice, how does crunch works? The developers will be working on the game at their own pace. But at a certain time, there can occur a problem with the deadline, with the feature or the scope of the game, or with the budget, and this is called the iron triangle. When one of these points is unbalanced, then crunch is the practice put in action. One example will be the financier, who is giving the financial resources to the studio to make the game, ask for changes in the scope of the game. So when this change is requested, the workers will have to spend more hours to fulfill this request. In another situation, a studio may stay with a tight budget and they may choose to fire people. So the people that are still in the studio will have to work double. They will have to crunch in order to deliver the game on time. So there are many different contexts in which crunch may happen, and normally there are 2 or 3 points of the iron triangle working together, making crunch happen. However, there are not only organizational or industry elements that make crunch happen. Actually, many developers state that they make crunch for their own desire, for passion, for social reinforcements, or for rewards such as bonuses or vacation after finishing the game. So, due to all of these factors, crunch is very normalized in this industry. And this is a phenomenon that is very difficult to intervene and modify, given the quantity and complexity of factors that constitute crunch. It is also important to point out the possible effects of crunching. First, we have little evidence that crunch really has a positive effect on schedule. And about this, I will leave a reference down in the description if you have some more interest. From the worker's point of view, even though it is a practice that may bring benefits to their career, crunch is generally not compensated and may bring some damages to their life. Because when they work for long hours, crunch may cause routine changes, sleep deprivation, mental and physical exhaustion, lack of leisure activities, problems with relationships, as well as other possible more critical damage that result from this working condition. So when we look to these impacts from a health perspective, they bring some concerns about this work context. However, everything I said so far is based in information and studies of the game industry in the global north. Here in Brazil, we don't have scientific evidence about the occurrence of crunch. I mean, as far as I know, we don't have any data, but if you know any research, please forward it to me because it's really important for my research. So we don't know if crunch happens here, nor if the professionals are experiencing the problems that come along with crunch. What demands for us to study this subject to understand its occurrence here in this country. Is there any points you'd like me to cover in another video? Please leave your suggestion in the comments and also let me know what do you think about crunch. Thank you for watching this video and bye bye.